General Dalbir Singh has condoled the passing away of Braveheart Lance Naik Hanamanthappa, saying that the soldier in him will continue to inspire generations. Senior editor Gaurav Sawant is with us on this unfortunate and sad news that has come in this morning. Gaurav, Lance Naik Hanamanthappa fought bravely for over a week, but what exactly went wrong right at the end, Gaurav? What are doctors saying that he could not be revived?
You know, for the past 48 hours, doctors were trying their best to revive him, and this was a losing battle from day one. Considering he was buried under 35 feet of snow and ice for 5.5 days at 20,500 feet altitude, doctors said it was a miracle that his heart was beating even at that point of time, or that he was conscious even at that point of time. But from that point on, unfortunately, things went downhill. You know, there was multiple organ failure. His kidney was, there was a dysfunction there. There was dysfunction in his liver. His brain was starved of oxygen when they did a CT scan. That is what they found out in the CAT scan. And one thing led to the other. There was multiple organ failure. As his body was gradually thawing, blood clotting was taking place. They've tried everything that was humanly possible to revive him. Unfortunately, this was a losing battle.
But certainly India won't forget Lance Naik Hanamanthappa's heroism after fiercely battling for life. For the past 3 days, Lance Naik Hanamanthappa has passed away. The Siachen Braveheart breathed his last at 11:45 a.m. at the Research and Referral Hospital in Delhi. Lance Naik Hanamanthappa's condition had deteriorated earlier today. As Gaurav was pointing out, he was suffering from multiple organ dysfunction. His pneumonia had also worsened and the blood clotting disorder showed no sign of reversal. He had also slipped into a deeper state of comatose. Rohini Swami is now joining us with more details from Dharwad in Karnataka. That is Lance Naik Hanamanthappa's village. Rohini, a somber mood, a pall of gloom must have fallen over this village now.
A somber mood, a very, very difficult time, and it's very difficult even to report at this point of time, because the kind of feelings that we also have for Lance Naik Hanamanthappa as well as the Siachen heroes is something that we all had that silent prayer that, you know, they do so much for us and so much for our country, and we only hope that he would survive and that miracle would happen. But here while the news is just settling in and people are just getting to understand the fact that they have lost Lance Naik Hanamanthappa, at the same time they're extremely proud. They're proud that they have a son who was born on this soil. They're proud that what he has done for the country. And here the children from the school, of the primary school here, just sang the national anthem in pride for the man who they are, an absolute hero, who they have seen, who they have played with, because he's a man who is known to be extremely good-hearted, a man who comes here, he finds himself comfortable with everybody. 4 months ago when he came here, he used to tell people stories about Siachen and what happens there, because it's difficult times there, and also people here, and we tell you that family members here, they also have been a part of the army in some way, and they have been a part of the forces. Here, Hanamanthappa's brother finding it extremely difficult to handle this situation. It's not even the time when we could actually talk to him and ask him, because he's in absolute shock. But when I spoke to him in the morning, he did talk about how a brave brother like his, a person like him, ana kashta nan gottu, but ee tara veera nimdu tamma idra hinge deshage sigalla alla.
ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳಿದಿಲ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ರಿ.
Well, like I was saying, it's extremely difficult, and he's saying he just cannot express, and we feel the same, because it's not a loss to the family, it's a loss to the country, it's a loss to every single person, because a man like him, a man like Lance Naik Hanamanthappa has taught a lesson how you fight to your last breath, how you fight for your country while you fight for your life. But he was not fighting for his life, because every single person over there was fighting and was saying that he should come back, because a person like him has set an example to everybody till the last breath. One can fight until the last breath, one can be what it is in terms of serving to one's country.
Absolutely, Rohini. There's nobody in the country today that doesn't empathize with Lance Naik Hanamanthappa's family today. And certainly the loss is for the entire nation and not just for his family alone. Let's quickly listen into some of the reactions that have come in after this unfortunate news came in.
It's extremely sad that after waging such a heroic battle, unfortunately this brave soldier passed away. Our condolences are with the family.
What has been seen in the past, Kargil, Kashmir, so many other cases, there's huge amount of lip sympathy by the government of India. After a few days, everything is forgotten. Mega promises are made to the family, but nothing ever comes through. All I'm talking happened during the previous governments. Let us see a distinct change as far as this government is concerned.
Madhur Bhandarkar, Lance Naik Hanamanthappa is no more. Your first reaction to this, sir?
Yeah, I just heard about this and it's very sad. The whole country was praying for last 2 days, and we've seen people in temples, church, dargahs, everywhere they were like praying, and we were all very positive, very optimistic about he will recover, he will come out from coma. But and morning also there was thinking, was critical, but after 10 minutes back we came to know he is no more. That's really sad. I mean, this person, like the soldier who fought a battle, he was 6 days in the Siachen, and when he was here back, and we were all very positive about it. Hanamanthappa will be back.
Yes.
It's really sad.
It is, but at the same time, isn't this heartening that in up north Siachen, in Jammu and Kashmir, we have soldiers from Tamil Nadu, from Karnataka, from Kerala, from Andhra Pradesh fighting for our country, and this unites the entire nation. We are one strong country.
Absolutely, absolutely. Kashmir to Kanyakumari, we are one country, and everybody, every state has contributed to the country. And Hanamanthappa definitely, he was a fighter. He was, the kind of zeal, the kind of rigorous he was. After 6 days also he came. It was really a great thing. But we all, we prayed, but it's really unanswered. He couldn't survive.
जी मुझे बहुत दुख है कि हालांकि मुझे कोई आशा नहीं थी, जिस तरह की बातें मैं पढ़ रही थी टीवी पे और बताई जा रही थी कि उनका क्या हाल है, और वाकई ये बात सही थी कि 6 दिन एक आदमी बर्फ के अंदर रहता है और उसकी ये हालत होती है। उन्होंने सांस कैसी ली, कैसे 6 दिन वो जिंदा रहे, यही सबसे भगवान की ही वो कुछ लीला है कि वो उस वक्त इतने दिन जिंदा रहे। और मुझे डर लग रहा था कि या तो उनको निमोनिया का दोनों लग में ये था, और हो सकता था कि पाँव खराब हो या वो कोमा में थे तो कोमा से ऊपर उठे ही नहीं। मुझे बहुत डर लग रहा था। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैं बात कर रही थी। मुझे बहुत दुख है और हमारे जवान हमारे लिए क्या क्या करते हैं और कैसी कैसी मुसीबतें उन पे आती हैं और वो झेलते हैं। वाकई एक भगवान की कृपा है, और जवान है तो हिंदुस्तान है, वरना कुछ है।
Gaurav, as Lata Mangeshkar herself was pointing out over there, and so many of us feel that his fight till his death was exemplary. The way he fought for his life, that has left many people inspired.
This will continue to inspire generations of soldiers at the Siachen Glacier that will to fight, that will to survive against all odds. And that is what Lance Naik Hanamanthappa stands for. It's virtually impossible. Maha, you can well imagine living at 20,500 feet altitude in rarefied atmosphere. We had a soldier who was buried 35 feet under snow, and yet he survived for 5.5 days there and another 2.5 days here. That just goes on to show his grit, his determination, his training and his will to live, it will continue to inspire generations of soldiers.
Gaurav, even though we are talking about how Lance Naik Hanamanthappa has left an indelible mark through the way he has fought right up till the end, but we just heard one former army personnel there also talking about how, he says that lip service is paid whenever such an incident happens, but nobody really, goes out there and really thinks about the actual welfare of the soldier.
That's also one aspect that the nation should think about, the 7th Pay Commission being one such issue. Those who are posted at the Siachen Glacier in the 7th Pay Commission, if the government accepts those recommendations, will get 31,000 feet as Siachen allowance. But a bureaucrat posted in Guwahati will get 60,000 rupees plus as allowances, difficult area allowance. Now, is this what we think of our soldiers who are fighting in the most inhospitable conditions at 21,000 feet altitude? That is something for the nation and the government to think. But there's one more very positive aspect that comes out of this Maha, which we must underscore at all points, which we must talk about. Where were these soldiers from? These Veer Madrasis, as they are called, Madras Regiment soldiers. Their war cry is Veer Madrasi Adikulu, Adikulu. Where do they come from? They come from Tamil Nadu, they come from Kerala, they come from Andhra Pradesh, they come from Karnataka. Where were they fighting? Up north in Siachen Glacier for India. And that is what is the strength of this country. That has once again united this entire country, first in prayers and now in grief.
Well, absolutely, Gaurav. You're absolutely right when you say that. Let's connect now with Anindo Banerjee as well, who's joining us from outside the Research and Referral Hospital in Delhi. Anindo, what's the latest you are picking up from the hospital authorities?
Well, Maha, at this point of time, what we know that the body of late Lance Naik Hanamanthappa is there inside the army officials have gone in from army headquarters. We're also expecting the Chief of Army Staff to reach here in a short while. Also expecting the Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar to be here in some time now. After that, his body will be taken to, he will be here and people will pay respect, and then it will be taken to Karnataka, his hometown, where it will be cremated with full honor as it deserves. But as one thing is very important to stress here, that the fact that while we have been speaking to doctors inside the Research and Referral Hospital, they were quite stunned at the very fact that he survived those 5.5 days under 25 feet of snow there up there in Siachen. The very fact that he survived 5.5 days shows the grit and determination. They also say that they haven't seen, regardless of the fact that there was the pneumonia was too much, there were multiple organ failures, the brain was oxygen deprived. In spite of that, the fact that he continued, he battled for life for 2.5 days to 3 days, shows the kind of metal he was born of. Yes. And that is probably almost not only true for Lance Naik Hanamanthappa, but also all the army men across this country, across the length and breadth of this country, particularly for the people who have been and who are, even as we speak, fighting up there in Siachen.
Absolutely. The tough conditions in which our soldiers man the Siachen Glacier. We have all seen one example of that in the grit that they have in fighting till the end. Congress President Sonia Gandhi has written to the Siachen hero's wife, saluting his endurance and willpower to serve the nation. She has added that Lance Naik Hanamanthappa has fought against the most challenging...
Hello and welcome to another episode of Gadgets and Gizmos. My name is Gaurav and what's new? Well, we are in KL, Malaysia. It's a beautiful place where you find the tallest of the buildings, beautiful restaurants, clean roads and no cows. I wonder where...